Will Making Taken with Jackie Chan make his Taken a better Taken?
What?
That's right, baby. It's time for Movie Trailer Trash. Enjoy. Hello and welcome to Movie Trailer Trash. My name is Charlie.
And I'm Bethany.
And we just watched the trailer for The Foreigner.
Is it called The Foreigner?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I thought it was just Foreigner.
Foreigner's really big on the thing. It's based on a book.
Yeah. Who's the book by?
I don't know.
Oh, way to go. Not a big deal, though. Do you know who wrote the screenplay?
Yeah, who even reads anyway? Yeah, I do know the screenplay. It was written by a man named something.
Okay.
I didn't write his name down. No, but I did write down the other movies that he has done.
Okay.
He wrote Enemy of the State. Have you ever seen that?
Enemy of the State.
It's Will Smith and Gene Hackman, and Will Smith is kind of like running away, and
I think I might like that movie. Is it a decent movie?
it's really good. I love it.
He has the watch, right?
Maybe.
There's that part with the watch
I don't know.
and his cell phone.
I don't remember it very well,
It's
but I
older,
remember
right? It's older, right?
I remember watching it and liking it a lot.
But
I
we
watched it
probably
on
watched
FX.
it. But we probably watched it when we were in like high school, right?
Right.
Or maybe even middle school.
It's older. I
So
think
it's
it
older.
may have even been from the 90s, but I'm not
But
sure.
in fairness, though, like I remember liking it, but we were young. Young kids like stupid stuff. So
Well, he also
But I don't know.
wrote, speaking of stupid stuff, he also wrote Live Free or Die Hard,
okay,
which is that fourth kind of ridiculous
Yeah.
Die Hard movie.
it's not as bad as it is bad, but it's not a bad movie. Like it's fun enough.
Well, the thing about
It's
it is that,
ridiculous, but it's fun enough.
is that it's silly, goofy action.
It's okay for what it is.
There's a part during it where Bruce Willis is standing on a fighter jet that is going in
I
circles.
thought he was in a helicopter. I know there's a part where he like jumps out of a helicopter.
No, there's a part where he launches a cop car. He's driving a cop car, and then he jumps out of it at the last second, and then it goes off a ramp and crashes into a helicopter
Okay,
and blows
maybe
it
that's
up.
what I was thinking of. I think of him just jumping out and like walking as if it's nothing. But yeah, so okay. Interesting.
So those
Let's
two
give a little-
movies, right, are good, but
Yeah,
they're
fun.
also very bad.
No, because I don't remember Enemy of the State.
Well, yeah,
to
not
say it's
Enemy of
bad.
State. I liked Enemy
I think
of
that.
State.
Well, here's something. For those of you who don't know, The Foreigner is a Jackie Chan film.
Jackie Chan and James Bond.
And when the day that the trailer came out, I saw on my Facebook something about Jackie Chan. The trailer for Jackie Chan's new movie was released, and I was just like, I gotta watch it right now. Headphones, get them in, gotta watch it.
And
Because
so-
I love Jackie Chan.
And so what happens in this trailer is that Jackie Chan drops his daughter off somewhere, the place explodes, she dies, and he wants to get revenge on whoever did it. Now,
But nobody's telling him who did it.
that's what I said is just like very Taken,
Yeah, it's like
Esque.
Taken.
okay?
Except that in Taken, he can get his daughter back, and in this one, it's just
And
revenge.
he is, going after the people who took his daughter, and he'll go through whoever he has to go through to get it. Whereas in this one, he's going after those people, whoever blew up whatever, whatever terrorist
Yeah.
blew up the storefront, and it's going to accidentally uncover some sort of major corruption going on in the government.
Well, it's interesting. What's the name of the main guy that other than Jackie Chan? The guy he's
Pierce Brosnan.
Okay, Pierce Brosnan.
Brosnan is technically.
Okay, Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's so crazy that it's him because like when you say it, I realize it, but he's so old now, and his hair is not the way it used to be in James Bond. That's what I think of when I think of him. But anyway, I really
He might be my favorite James Bond, by the way.
Yeah, well, he's got the look for sure.
It's so
got a good James Bond
generational.
look.
It's
Yeah.
like James Bond things are so generational.
But okay,
Okay, go ahead.
I think that is a great casting. I think he'll be really cool. He seemed like really cool in that role. Basically, he's a government official, and for some reason, Jackie Chan thinks he knows who did it, and he says, "I don't work for terrorists. I work for the government. Like, why would I know?" And he's like, "Because you used to work for them." So-
Jackie Chan dropping bombs,
Yeah,
truth bombs.
and so one thing. Well, okay, I think that's awesome. Jackie Chan is always awesome, and I'm so excited they're having a movie where he gets to be cool Jackie Chan again, not like the pacifier Jackie Chan or no, what was that? The tuxedo or whatever,
The
where he's a
Tuxedo.
babysitter. Like not that he's not fun in kids movies, but he used to make some really legit adult movies. Not adult movies. That sounds
No,
weird.
like
Movies for adults, rated R,
Yeah.
PG-13
Drunken Master.
movies. Drunken Master.
no, Drunken Master is silly.
Yeah, well,
A
that's the
lot
thing, though. It's
sillier than
okay.
this.
It's one thing to have comedic humor. Comedic relief.
Comedic
and
humor.
have things be funny. Who Am I is hilarious, but it's also... Okay, stop. We just lost listeners on that one. No, okay.
Yeah. How long do you think I could have held that out?
Too long. That's why I was worried.
15,
But
20
okay.
minutes?
But okay. So for those of you who don't know much about Jackie Chan, some of his movies back in the day were really excellent. Like, I recommend watching them. Who Am I is an awesome movie. If you can get your hands on it, I'm sure it's on Vudu or you can rent it somewhere. It's hilarious. It's action. It's like him at his best, in my opinion.
I think Drunken Master is better.
Well, Drunken Master, well, you're wrong, but
No.
I'll go with it.
It's awesome.
Drunken Master is awesome. However, Drunken Master, you have to read subtitles the whole time.
Or there's an overdub version.
Yeah, but you don't want that.
That's
Did
what we
watch
watched.
that?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it was worth it. But I do hate overdub though. It's like ridiculous. But I think Who Am I? A lot of it is overdubbed.
I would rather read
Worth it, though.
subtitles than get an overdub version.
Yeah, because no matter what they do, well, the thing is, that's the thing. Even in the overdubbed version, Jackie Chan does his own part. So that's why I get confused. Because in Who Am I, they have some overdubbed parts, and I always forget that it's overdubbed because Jackie Chan just does his own part.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's weird.
Because he can speak English, so why would he have somebody else do the English part?
Yeah, it's weird.
But if you ever get the chance, Drunken Master, I think, is on Netflix. At least that's where we saw it.
Yeah.
It may not be on there anymore, but that's awesome. Who Am I is awesome. And yeah, obviously Shanghai Nights, Shanghai Noon.
I like those movies.
Rush Hour 1
a lot
and
of
2.
people can't stand Owen Wilson or Chris Tucker.
And those people are jerks and idiots, and they shouldn't have a say.
Well, no, they are annoying and hard to listen to.
No, they're both funny, and they have such good
Wow.
Chris Tucker has so much chemistry with Jackie Chan.
Mhm.
Those movies are better than the Shanghai Nights and Noon movies, even though those are also good movies.
Yeah, I don't know.
But anyway, I love the Rush Hour movies.
When
the
I was
second
a
one
kid,
is amazing.
Like when I first started like having my own DVDs
Yeah.
that weren't just like my parents that were all on the big shelf. They like these ones were in my room.
Yeah.
One of the only DVDs that I had was Rush Hour 2.
Rush
like,
Hour 2 is
why?
amazing though, because that's the better one.
But it's so silly. I had like
It's
Pixar
so good.
movies.
It's so good.
I had Rush Hour 2.
Rush Hour 2, I think, hands down, has the best outtakes. Actually, Rush Hour 1 and 2, but especially Rush Hour 2, has the best outtakes and bloopers of any movie I've ever seen.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's awesome because they showed all the outtakes during the credits in theater, and they didn't do that a lot back then. And I remember it was so funny. Jackie Chan outtakes in general are so funny because
He does
his
the thing where he
outtakes...
rubs his nose when he gets bopped in the nose.
Well, yeah, because the thing is, all of his
That's my
outtakes
favorite.
are just him trying to do a stunt and doing it wrong. And so because they show the outtakes, you get to see, first of all, that he does do his own stunts, which makes him a badass. And second of all, it's hilarious because it's like, in the movie, he looks like this perfect master. And he is awesome, but he has to do it several times sometimes to get it right.
Let me go back to Pierce Brosnan so I can go back to someone else.
Okay.
He's probably my favorite James Bond because he's silly and goofy in it.
Okay.
Does the thing, his head sticking out of the tank while he's driving the tank and
Yeah,
he
I
adjusts
don't really
his
know.
tie.
Never really saw any of that.
But the director for this movie directed GoldenEye, which was his big James Bond movie.
Okay, that's funny.
And also directed Casino Royale, which is
Nice.
the good Daniel Craig one. And also directed The Mask of Zorro,
I love that movie.
which is one of your favorite movies, if I'm not...
No,
I'm
it's
wrong.
one of the movies that I think is super underrated. I mean, yeah, no, I would say it's one of my favorites because I own the DVD.
Mm.
If I still own the DVD after I went through and purged a lot of my DVDs,
Yeah.
then yeah, it deserves a top spot.
And so if those three movies are anything to go off of, this will be very fun.
Yeah,
I mean-
he's a good director.
Fun as in... See, because it can't be fun.
Well, think about it though. Like
He's
Casino, you said
revenging his
Casino Royale.
dead daughter.
Did you say Casino Royale?
Yeah.
That one is fun, even though it's like really
Yeah,
serious.
that's
It's
true.
not. He has some comedic relief in there, but only when the guy's getting hit in the balls with the rope. That's like the only funny part of that.
That's not funny.
Yeah, because the way he does it. Remember?
What are you
he gets
talking
hit in
about?
the balls with
He's
the rope.
torturing him.
Yeah, and then he like, Daniel Craig's hilarious. He's like, no, and then he's like, a little to the left, a little to the left. He's like
yeah.
being hilarious. He's like taking the torture.
Except
and
for that one
still-
part where he gets tortured.
No, but he's so funny. It's so surprising. Okay,
No, yeah,
regardless.
he does the thing where he laughs and stuff, and yeah, it's
Regardless, the thing is, it was really fun because it doesn't always have to be funny to be fun.
right.
The action was like, oh my God, what's going to happen next? And holy crap.
And
those
then like
people
there
are
were
in the
things
room
that I
and-
laughed at during the trailer, during the action that Jackie Chan was doing, and it wasn't because it was stupid. It was just because it was so surprising, I guess, and unlikely. There's that one part where he hides around a corner, and then this guy whips around the corner, and the way that the
And he
camera
shoots.
is, he like. As soon as he gets around the corner, he shoots where Jackie Chan was, and Jackie Chan's no longer there. And you think that's impossible because
He's
he was
up on the
just there,
ceiling.
and he is up.
Well, he's just got
He's
himself
up-
between the fridge and
yeah,
the
wedged
wall.
between the fridge and the wall, and then he like jumps down towards the
Totally
camera.
believable. That's what I was going to tell you. I heard you laugh during the trailer.
Yeah, but it was awesome. Is
But
why I laughed.
Well, it is totally believable for someone like Jack. Maybe not as old as he is. I don't know. But like for someone like Jackie Chan, somebody who actually can do like all that kung fu stuff.
well, the thing is, he
and
did
karate
that.
or whatever. Yeah. Oh yeah, he
The
definitely
thing that's
did. That's the thing.
unbelievable
He
about
jumped
it
up
is
there.
that guy would have seen him when he turned the corner. Up
Well,
there.
I don't know because he's like ducking from Jackie Chan's bullets, and so I don't know. I think it was good. I thought it was really well
but like
done.
I do that laugh when I think something is awesome during an action scene
Yeah,
or a fight
yeah.
sequence. So like I do that like at the beginning of Winter Soldier when he's
Yeah,
going
you
through the
do
boat.
that.
I do it like 5 or 6 times, especially the first time he kicks someone and they go flying like 20 feet through the air. I'm just like, I do
yeah.
that.
Well, here's the thing with the like jumping up, wedging himself between the fridge and the wall or whatever, is that it would have happened like that, but it would have happened simultaneously. Like he would have. As he turned the corner, he would have realized, oh crap, the
Right.
guy's not where I'm pointing my gun as Jackie Chan was jumping at him. But in order to show it in the movie, they do one at a time.
But it looks like there's a
it's
lot
awesome.
of really cool, interesting action sequences in this that are not necessarily stereotypical Jackie Chan, where he uses like all the ladder when he's fighting with stuff,
he's gonna be fighting
And-
a bunch of people with guns.
but also not
it's not gonna be-
stereotypical action movie. Now,
it does have a lot of stereotypical Jackie Chan stuff in the way that it's very, like you said, unexpected and smart. He's always about using objects around him or setting traps or whatever. He's so smart when he fights. He's not just like beating people up. I mean, unless you're in Drunken Master, but in other ones.
well, that's
So-
what I'm wondering if they used his stunt crew because he has his own
surely.
stunt
I mean,
thing.
surely he still has a stunt crew. They just get younger and younger over the years.
Right. I mean,
so I'm
like
sure
if
he
they're
did.
using his company or if he's just an actor in this thing, because that would really affect.
Even if he is just an actor in this thing, he'd be like, my stunt crew comes with me, and they wouldn't say no. Why would why would you not? But okay, so he does a lot of his own stunts. He does have a stunt crew, and they're all amazing, just like him. But there's this one scene in the trailer where there's like a little wire that is in the woods. Somebody's walking and they like trip over the wire and fall. They fall right next to him because he's already lying in the woods hiding. And then he pulls this like sheet over them, this like
It's a leaf
canvas
blanket.
that looks like the ground. And that's what I'm talking about, where it's like really smart. Like he sets up these traps. So it's not just like him going around shooting up things. It's also him like being smart and tricking people, and like it shows him watching Pierce Brosnan like and his wife and taking photos, and like he's covert. He's going under, he's getting all the info he needs on them. There's one part where they're like, he's just trying to show you that he can get to you. And I'm like, yeah, that's scary. I like how they say it as if it's like, oh, he's just trying to show you that he can get to you. Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
He can get to me.
My car was wired to
That's
explode.
not good. Yeah. So it looks really interesting.
Yeah. The one thing about this is that it doesn't look like it was given very much money. They're not
There's a lot of explosions.
they're
That's
not
one thing
really
that's different than Jackie Chan movies.
advertising it very aggressively, because I've only seen a few. The only times I've seen it is on like Facebook or
Facebook.
Reddit or
Maybe
somewhere.
that's the audience. Maybe they're just trying to get a younger audience,
And it
it's
comes
cheaper
out-
to advertise that way.
because it comes out this October.
Yeah, so that's a ways away still.
You
It
know,
is.
a couple months.
It is for like a not huge blockbuster superhero film. They just put the trailer out a few months ago and
Yeah.
a half a year before it comes out.
Yeah, so that seems to be what would be the biggest problem with it
Is that they may not have the budget they needed.
it might not be like a super quality made movie, but that doesn't mean that it still won't be awesome.
It doesn't look
and
bad though. It doesn't look real bad.
Kind of interesting.
Well, and some of Jackie Chan's older movies were made before we had any great special effects, and they were still awesome.
And I think the thing about it is that this director kind of ruined his career in 2011 because he did that Green Lantern movie.
Oh no.
And it was
That's unfortunate.
And it was
He has to come
terrible
back.
and everyone hated it, and of course they didn't blame
The writing.
they
Though that's probably what
they
it
didn't
was.
blame the writing, they didn't blame the studio for interfering, they didn't blame whatever for trying to, move it as fast as possible.
The director must suck.
Director sucks, never hire him again.
If it's really, really bad, the director might suck, but also there's probably bad writing.
So he hasn't made a movie since then.
So maybe this will be his big comeback, because think about it. If you make a movie like that, that's really bad, and it's a superhero big blockbuster thing, then make a movie that you're not going to advertise as much. It's going to kind of slip in, and then word of mouth, people will tell you how awesome it is.
I mean, GoldenEye, Mask of Zorro, Casino Royale, all those movies were big deals.
Mask of Zorro is amazing. Sorry. When you said that, I was just like, oh my God, that's perfect for, well, the reason I'm so excited is because that type of fighting and stuff is perfect for Jackie Chan. Like the swords and the throwing bricks at people. Don't worry about it. Using whatever's
Throwing
around
bricks.
you. Using whatever's
a very
around
sophisticated fighting style.
Using whatever's
throwing
around
bricks.
you. Well, he found they were making people forced labor.
Yeah.
They were having slaves. Mine gold, and so he threw the gold at people. It's cool. Don't worry about it.
No,
it's hard to
it's
explain, but it's
obviously
awesome.
great.
Antonio Banderas.
Well, let's move on to where, when, and how you're going to see this movie.
Okay.
Where? When? How? Are you going to see this movie?
Okay, so you said this is coming out in October.
Mid-October.
And are there any other big blockbusters coming out in October? Because I don't think there are.
Not that I can think of. You can, if you're looking for which ones you want, you can go to our website, mttpodcast.com, and look up our 2017 movie calendar.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to just visualize it without just looking it up while we're in the middle of this podcast, but I'm trying to visualize it. I don't think there was a lot else. Maybe one other good movie coming out in October. If there is nothing going on that month, really, that's great, then I will go see this in the theater.
Blade Runner.
Oh yeah, I would, hands down, I would watch this over Blade Runner. So not that you have to choose, you can do both.
Right, if you
One
want.
comes out on the 6th, one comes out on the 13th. But I mean, they're both going to be decent movies. I think this one will be more fun.
Yeah, but
For
it would
sure.
be good to get a nice little. Well, did you say where you're going to see it?
Okay, so I'm going to see it in October. Maybe not opening weekend, but I'm going to see it. And I want to see it in theater. And I would be okay with seeing it at a smaller theater. That'd be kind of fun.
Okay.
Or a bigger theater. I could see it anywhere. I want to see it. I love Jackie Chan. He's wonderful. It's going to be awesome.
I'm going to see it. And I'm going to
Yay!
see it in movie theaters. I want to see it opening weekend.
Okay, I'm good with that. Because, what else are we doing?
Yeah, nothing else is happening.
On the 13th?
Opening weekend.
Is that a Friday? Is that a Friday the 13th?
Baseball playoffs might be going on.
Is that a Friday the 13th?
I don't know. I would have to check.
Yeah, not that important, but interesting.
I want to see it opening weekend. I think it would be awesome. I want to see it specifically at Alamo Drafthouse because the pre-show for that is going to be amazing.
Oh my God, you're right.
It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, okay, so if you have an Alamo Drafthouse where you live, we live in Kansas City. If you're in Austin, there's several cities now that have Alamo Drafthouses. If you've ever been, then you know that they don't do a normal pre-show with some pretty woman who just talks about stuff that's coming out on TV soon.
Yeah, stuff that's coming out on the CW.
Instead, they do just a custom-made pre-show that somebody that works at Alamo Drafthouse is in charge of making, where they just find old funny clips and old, basically a bunch of different clips, music
YouTube
videos,
just sketches
that are somehow related to the movie. So when we went to see Spider-Man, we saw a whole bunch of really old Spider-Man TV shows that were done in Japan.
Usually the superhero ones are the best ones
Yeah, they're great,
because
'cause there's a lot of
there's
stuff.
so much crazy old
Wonder Woman was really funny.
madness.
Yeah, Wonder Woman was great. They showed all of the different versions and all of the failed Wonder Woman TV shows, and
I liked
that
when
was
we
great.
went and saw Spy. They
that
showed
was so weird.
They showed Jason Statham used to be a model and a dancer, and he was in these music videos that
really
were
awful,
so weird.
German like
I think
techno
so. I don't
music.
know.
He
It
was like
so
painted
weird.
gold.
He was
and-
painted gold
in
and dancing
underwear.
to like these weird and the songs they went on forever. It was so strange.
Also though, there was a whole bunch of weird cat videos in that one.
Yes, there were.
But yeah, so I mean, sometimes it's just odd and weird, but then there are some movies, you're right, where you're just like, I have to see that there because
Like I might
Jackie Chan has
be
done
willing to
so
pay
many
money
good things.
just to see that pre-show.
Jackie Chan has done so many amazing things in the past that they could, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Well, and you're gonna have
That's a good
James Bond
point.
stuff
yeah,
from Pierce Brosnan.
yeah, that's gonna be awesome. Okay, so I changed my mind. You're right.
Alamo.
I mean, I said I'd be happy to see it anywhere. Of course I would, because I want to see it, and that's my main point. But yeah, definitely Alamo. Good choice. Way to go! I winked at you. Just letting the people know I winked at you.
That was my noise for letting them know you winked.
Oh, okay.
Perfectly in sync.
So anyway, let's go ahead and talk about the Rotten Tomatoes scores.
Okie dokie. Rotten Tomatoes percentages. Rotten Tomatoes percentages. Guessing them. What are they going to be? How are they going to be? Why are they going to be that way? I think that this movie will not do well with critics.
Okay, fair enough.
I think that it'll just be bait for people like us, and that we'll love it, and that's all they really need. And so I think that even though they won't like it, it won't be like, a 30%.
Yeah.
I think that it'll get a 58% on Rotten
Oh, wow.
Tomatoes.
Okay, by critics, do you have an audience score in mind?
I think audience will give it closer to 70, so like 70-ish.
Okay, this is what I think. I think critics give it a 64%. They like it. Because to me, if it's above 60, then a lot of critics like it. A lot of critics like it.
Yeah.
64% of them. But, people are a little more hesitant about it. Audience, I say 85.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Doing
Maybe
it.
I'm crazy, but I mean, I know that I am
But it
biased.
just might be a lunatic you're looking for.
Exactly. So, or as I say when I forget the words, it just might be a psychopath you're looking for. But no, the point is, I love Jackie Chan. I know that I'm a little biased on that, but also I believe he is a good actor. And one thing my friend pointed out to me that it literally, I didn't even think about it until she pointed it out, is that this movie is a lot different than some of his other ones because it's not really a funny movie.
Right.
And even like back in the day with his real action-packed movies like Drunken Master and Who Am I, he was still a
Kawalaba.
comedian.
Oh.
He was still comedic. He was still a comedian. Like, he is a comedian. He is funny.
Uh-huh.
Now, I don't think that there will be no humor in this. I'm
Right.
sure there will be something.
Well, there will be him doing
But they're
the
not really
Die
showing
Hard,
it.
like back and forth with the bad guy.
Well, yeah,
You
I
know
think
what
it'll
I
be
mean?
more dry humor. I really like. I think
was
it's gonna
like-
be way more badass than it's gonna be funny. It's gonna be like Taken, like you said, where Taken. It's not like Taken's really that funny. Not that they didn't have its moments, but mostly it's just scene after scene of you going like, oh,
Yeah.
dude, oh, wow,
Yeah.
And that's what this is gonna be. Except that Jackie Chan's awesome. Well, not that Liam Neeson's not awesome. Okay, Jackie Chan's awesome. This is going to be awesome. I really think he's a great actor, so it's going to be exciting to see him in a more serious role where they allow him to act. Because,
Well,
mean,
also-
even in those silly movies, he still has moments where you're like, yeah, he's a good actor.
I'm really interested in the story of where it's going to go with
oh, yeah.
the
I like.
guy and like his corruption and what he's involved in and whether or not Jackie Chan cares. You know what I mean?
It looks like it's just a straight revenge movie, but instead of him seeking revenge on the people who did it, he has to first go after the people who know the people who did it.
Right, yeah.
And it's bizarre, and they make it very up in the air on whether or not they actually know who did it. So like there's a part in the trailer where Pierce Brosnan is like, somebody asks him why this guy's doing this, and he's like, because he thinks I know the people who killed his daughter. And then the woman goes, do you? And then they cut away. They don't show,
Yeah.
So there's all that, like, what is with this guy? Does he know the people, or does he know how to get to the people? Maybe he doesn't know, but he has connections. It looks like it's going to be really interesting in that aspect too. Like, he's just going after these people as hard as he can to get to the people he wants to seek, revenge on. But maybe in the process, he does uncover some type of, terrorist
But,
group
like,
that
I
he
bet
can,
that he
like,
wouldn't
save
care.
everyone.
You know what I mean? Because it's kind of like
Maybe he inadvertently still saves a bunch of people.
it's kind of
because
like
it.
Liam Neeson, where
Yeah, he's just
in Taken,
one one single focus.
Well, yeah, he comes across all of these
Single-minded.
people that like need his help, and
he doesn't have time.
he doesn't like directly help them. I think he kills everyone there, and so
Yeah.
they could just leave.
But not
like,
right
he
away
doesn't-
because they're like drugged out.
Right.
And
He
other
just-
people might come for them.
yeah,
just
he
leaves
kills
them
everyone there, and he leaves them there, and like there's a lot of things that he could do that
But then
would
he might
solve
lose his
problems.
daughter.
Yeah,
But this is different though because his daughter's already dead, so
Well,
he
yeah,
has
but,
all the
like-
time in the world.
why does he care?
Because he can stop other daughters from being killed and other people from being killed.
Oh, maybe.
That's what I'm saying.
You
Maybe
know what
maybe he
needs?
stops them from doing another thing.
You know what would make this movie great
What?
is if he has some sort of like sidekick, like morally superior sidekick who is like
What?
who has that little speech. It's like, think about all the you have to keep going after this guy. Think about all the other daughters that you could save from.
I don't think
whatever.
he needs a sidekick at all though. This is very much
sidekick.
No, but because this
Maybe
is
like
not
a talking animal.
Shut up. This is nothing like his other movies. It's very clear it's a one-man job. It's just him. Like and
Yeah.
I love that too in the movie or in the trailer. Pierce Brosnan says, "I don't think you know who you're dealing with here," and he says, "I know who I'm dealing with. Do you?" Just he's such a badass with it. He's not like Liam Neeson. He's different in the way he approaches things. He's not like, oh, I have a very special set of skills and I'm coming out. He's just very, very subtle. Just, I know who I'm dealing with. Do you? And then it just shows him sitting on a bus with his hood up and his face all scarred up. He just looks so cool.
Yeah, he does.
And I really hope it's great. I hope it's great. I could see what I said, 85 or 84 or something, 85.
Yeah.
I could see it getting more like a 74,
Okay.
which is also, I mean, you don't
Well,
have to
you said
change it.
85
Yeah,
for
I said
audience.
Yeah, I'm saying for audience, I could also see it getting like a 74 because people can be harsh on movies that don't have the money they need, like you said. But to me, an action movie that has 74 is a good action movie.
Yeah.
Like Atomic Blonde, I think, is around that, maybe a
I
little
think it's
higher.
at 75 right now.
And I bet you it's really good.
Yeah.
And I just think that we don't get a lot of those fun, just straight action movies anymore. Like back in the 90s, it was just Tom Cruise all the time. You know what I mean? 80s and 90s, we had a lot of action flicks.
Well, I think those Mission Impossible movies don't get the credit they deserve for being
They're
spy
excellent.
movies.
Well, spy action.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like they're
But I
always
still consider it
portrayed. They're always portrayed by people as just like Tom Cruise running or hanging from the
No,
ceiling and shooting
that's
stuff.
you. You're the one that says
Well,
Tom Cruise
no,
doesn't.
yeah.
He doesn't act, he runs.
I say that about Tom Cruise specifically, but on a lot of them, not just like there's a few of them that are bad, but on a lot of them, the first one and the most recent ones,
Yeah, they're
they're
great.
like
They're really
convoluted
fun.
plot lines that are, silly, but also fun and interesting. And like there's backstabbing and double crossing and all kinds of fun stuff.
I just think really in the late 2000s, the aughts,
Yeah.
and the early 2010s is.
Oh, tenses.
I really hate the decades right now. They're hard to describe.
The aughts and the
The
tenses.
teens, the aughts and the teens. Okay, the late aughts
prefer
and the
tenses.
teens. I really think we've kind of had a lack of fun action movies and good action movies because they've just all gone to the superheroes.
It's really coming back this year, but
They've
also
all
the
gone to the
superheroes
superheroes.
are getting more fun as well.
Yes, but with superheroes, it's still a different feel than an action movie. You know, it's more fantasy. It's action fantasy, and so. Yeah, I like that they're doing this. I think it'll be good. And I do think it'll be one of those where it's more word of mouth. Like you said, it may not
Right.
get great reviews, but it won't get terrible
Well,
reviews.
I think that Atomic
So people
Blonde
will go
is
and
kind of
see it.
like that also.
Yeah.
Where they didn't really
they didn't
advertise
it was all on
a
Facebook.
lot. Yeah.
But what will happen is it'll be word of mouth and it'll be slow, and then it'll end up being when people look back on it, they'll be like, "Oh, that's a great movie. That's a great movie." They'll tell their friends about it.
Well, that is The Foreigner, everybody. Jackie
The
Chan.
Foreigner.
Making Taken better than Taken.
Jackie Chan.
Are you
Who
going to
am
do you think
I?
it'll be better than Taken?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Hang on, but in fairness, I didn't see Taken until like 3 years after it came out. People kept telling me, "You gotta see it, you gotta see it," and I just wasn't in the mood for an action movie at the
Taken's
time.
amazing.
And
I
then-
don't
yeah.
think this will be better than
Hang
Taken,
on,
but
and
I do
then-
think it'll be good.
And then I saw it, and it was amazing. However, in Taken, it was literally story-wise, it was just my daughter was taken. I'll find my daughter. My daughter is home.
Right.
And everybody makes fun of it, and it's because it's really bad. When she gets home, she's just like, "Hey, Mom, how's it going?" It's like you were just drugged out, stolen, captured, held captive. You've been through this whole thing. She's just like, "Hey, thanks, Dad." Hey, it's just like ridiculous. So I'm hoping that this will be a little bit more, that the plot will be more thought out. It won't just be straight going around kicking butt. Kicking butt is great, but I think this will be not just kicking butt. It'll be a lot more of the mind games and a lot more of the, figuring out what's going on. And if I had to, I would choose Jackie Chan over Liam Neeson. And I know that's not popular.
No, I agree with that.
But Jackie Chan is amazing. And Liam Neeson, in fairness, he's not just an awesome action star. Like him as Schindler's List,
Him as the list in Schindler's List.
He's amazing. Like he's a great actor as well. So I mean,
also
it would
Qui-Gon
be tough.
Jinn.
It would be really tough to put them neck and neck, but I'm a Jackie Chan fan. And also, I wanted to say this before we do our plugs. You and I, Charlie, I think we should start looking for old Jackie Chan movies we haven't seen and start looking
Watch
for
all of them?
the best Jackie Chan movies and watch a whole bunch of them. And then maybe we can do an episode about them.
I was thinking about doing that with Bruce Lee, but then every time I look at Bruce Lee stuff, I'm just like,
Yeah, he's probably a badass, but I don't think his movies are probably that
you're
fun.
awesome, and I think that your fights are awesome and you're cool, but those movies.
I wonder, are there any Jackie Chan movies you've seen that I haven't?
I doubt it.
I know there's one that I've seen that you haven't.
What?
The Karate Kid.
Oh yeah.
And
I've seen
I
the
like
scene.
that movie.
I've seen the scene.
I like it a lot.
I gotta stop saying that, but I'm going to say it again right now. I've seen the scene in it where he fights off all of those kids.
I don't remember right now, but I
okay,
remember
so there's a
liking
scene
it.
that goes around on Facebook that's turned into a meme of some kind, and it's Jackie Chan comes in and saves Jaden Smith from a bunch of bullies, and there's 6 of them.
Yeah.
And they're attacking
and they're
him.
middle schoolers.
Yeah, so they're small and whatever. But what he keeps every time one attacks him, he flips them around and pushes them back. And they fall back over there. And so
he's
they just
not
keep
hurting
coming.
them
Yeah.
they're kids.
And he's just flipping them over and stuff and just moving his hands real fast.
It's a good movie.
It's really
I mean,
cool.
it's not it's nothing like the original Karate Kid. It's interesting, and I think they did a good job of making it its own thing, but it was really fun.
Yeah, I could do that, but I don't want to watch The Tuxedo.
No, I don't want to
And
either. I don't think I ever did.
We got to watch every
I had
single
already seen
movie
The
he
Pacifier,
made before
so.
coming to Hollywood.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
And then we'll do an episode on it for all of our patrons at
Ooh, yeah, that'd be
patreon.com.
fun.
So that leads into plugs. Patreon.com is a place for artists like ourselves to get support from people who enjoy what we do. So if you have $1, you can listen to our special episodes on patreon.com.
That's true.
Just type in Movie Trailer Trash Podcast.
Movie Trailer Trash Podcast.
And then you could also like us on Facebook,
Do
Movie
that.
Trailer Trash Podcast again. We put up all of our articles. We have some movie news, some blogs, some
We just reached 100 likes,
reviews.
so thanks for that.
Yes. Thank you guys, all of you who have liked us on Facebook and found us that way. Welcome. Please share with your friends. Share all of our stuff.
And we'll know if you don't.
Yeah, we'll know. We'll sense it.
Yeah. And we won't do anything about it, but
we'll
we'll
just
be upset.
We'll be perturbed.
Yeah.
Also, if you did like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter as well. That's a good place to see us. We often play some of those movie Twitter games, and
Yeah, those are fun.
and we chat with people there.
She-Hulk's just not that into
Also,
you.
sometimes we ask people their opinions of things, and we might even use some things that we get on Twitter on our episodes. So,
Yeah.
at MTT Podcast.
That.
And then go to our website, mttpodcast.com. It's been newly redesigned.
Oh.
Charlie did that. It looks
Oh.
awesome. And we're always putting up new content every week other than our episodes. So, there's more to love than just this.
And
If you can
importantly-
believe it.
Most importantly, go to iTunes and rate and review on there,
Yes.
subscribe, all that good stuff. And also go follow Entertainment Buffet at Entertain Buffet and subscribe to their YouTube channel. It's very wonderful.
Yep. And that's it. I mean, we'll see you guys next time.
See you guys next time. Jackie Chan says goodbye.
That doesn't make any sense.